Hello and welcome back. I'm Lawful Evil and this is 200 Hindsight. We're going to take a look at another one of my replays featuring me, Lawful Evil, and in the top right corner, Mr. Scanout. Scanout. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Scan. Maybe I'm parsing it wrong. Scanout. I think it's got to be scan out. Anyway, obviously it's another ZvT, and let's bring up the deduction tab. And take a look. So following my, I guess, pattern, if you've been following the show, I'm going with the early pool followed by an expo. And from there I'll try and mix it up depending on what it is I see my opponent doing. It being a 4-player map, it pings early on in the top right and bottom right corner, so I don't know exactly where he is. Likewise, he probably doesn't know where I am, so I send the Overlord here to the close position, and if I don't see him, I'll end up sending a drone scout, probably. But, as you can see, I was right on the money. I saw his gateway here warping in, and sent my Overlord down here towards the front to try and scope out what he's up to, at which point I saw that he had his drone here in my base. He's actually cleverly sitting just out of vision, so I don't know what he's doing. I'm getting a little paranoid. I queue up some guys, but of course, as soon as the queen pops, I see him. Walk around to the backside and chase him towards my units so that I can get the kill. No. We're keeping tabs. That's 1 for me, 0 for him. Not entirely sure what build he's going here. Looks like he's just going to build some Zealots and Adepts. He's not bothering to get Warp Gate research. He was listed as being a gold player, but, you know, I'm not sure how he got into gold with this strategy. Double forge, he's obviously planning on a few upgrades. Which, given that I have produced, I don't know, like 10 lings here, his zealots are going to kick my butt if he can get out that +1/+1 upgrade. Of course, I don't have speed done, so I'm not doing much in the way of chasing here. I have started speed. I'm still mining gas. I'm trying to bounce back and forth between my lings, spreading creep, and tune up some guys. Obviously, I've got horrible saturation in my main, and if possible, even worse in my natural. I've queued up a whole 2 drones here, so you know, that'll totally take care of the saturation problem. But he's got, 4 Zealots, and he's cranking out +1/+1, so... And he's using his adept here to scout me out. I'm really trying to hold out for metabolic boost to finish. And it's going to be close with his +1 for his Zealots. So, let's see if I can attack here. Metabolic boost is finishing in now. And I, of course, don't attack right away. So I'm just letting this timing window go. Oh, he's grabbing charge. And ground armor. 10 seconds left here. And a couple of lings in to scout the back. He's got a photon cannon in the back. And I just go for the surround here. I've got way more than he does. And now I notice he's got kind of an Artosis pylon here. 2 Artosis pylons covering all of his buildings, which I can easily take out without even getting shot by his cannon. So, quick and easy. I've got reinforcements coming in. Nothing I can do about the warp prism, which is now powering one of his buildings. But he kindly GG's out, and it's the end. I guess he really should have put the warp prism here. Might have been able to power several structures instead. You know, hopefully this is a lesson for him too. He's learned a bit about SimCity and placing his pylons better. So let's see, where are we at the end of the game here? I'm floating a ton of money. I haven't really saturated at all, either base. I've started the creep spread. I've got it out of my base. I built I guess a macro queen to help spread the creep while the other queens focused on the injects. Not that I think I really needed to do it, because I missed so many injects. My queens are way behind. In terms of vision, I've got some overlords spread out around the map, hoping to detect, you know, a warp prism coming in, him swiping the gold down here. Although I guess I'm a little bit out of range in the vision on that one. Taking a ninja expo. Standard sorts of trickery you kind of have to keep an eye out for. And not that any of it helped on this particular matchup, but I really needed to build more drones. If I had done these 2 missing injects and these 2 missing injects, that by itself would be 16 more larvae, enough to fully saturate my natural, and you know, maybe not get the gas going, but I'd at least be saturated. Do I have money for 16? I've got money for 14, but you know, if I'd actually built those 16, they would have brought in extra income. I probably could have afforded it. So I also didn't bother to tech out of lings. I've got a ton of gas, no plan to spend it. I could have snagged my lair. I could have gone with burrow, overlord speed. After getting lair, you know, maybe I wanted to go into Hydra. You know, how was I going to take care of this warp prism? Even after I saw it, you know, I saw the warp prism minute and a half ago when I was first attacking, and it was just sitting there. And I didn't react to it. He could have taken the warp prism and moved out and dropped zealots into my base, and that might have turned the tide. I may have had to pull back and dealt with the zealots. You know, as is, I'm streaming units across the map as they come out, just trying to do the old Zerg overrun. And you know, I probably could have taken out these buildings. In the meantime, his his probes here could have dropped a couple of more cannons and really made it difficult to engage here. He may have been able to, simply because I wasn't controlling the choke. You know, I've got guys flowing in right now. I'd have been able to slip a probe out and, you know, snag a Ninja Expo and actually turn this game. He's got the tech on the board that a probe could have dropped a pylon in a dark shrine somewhere hidden and warped in some DTs, and that would have really turned the game around. I would have struggled. I don't even have a lair, so I couldn't get overseers. I did pick up this spore crawler with a spine crawler, of course trapping two of my lings because I messed up the placement of the buildings. But, you know, a couple of DTs might be able to take out the spore crawler before the spine manages to kill them. And then I'd have nothing for detection. And that just, that could have turned things around for him. And I wasn't ready for it. So, you know, maybe I could have turned these guys into drones, grabbed my lair, did some more injects, maybe grab a second gas, push the creep a little bit more. These have been sitting here for a minute or so. I mean, I'm doing more creep than I normally do, but it's still pretty lax, shall we say. My queen that's supposed to be dropping creep has enough for 3 more tumors. I mean, I could have had, just based on that, you know, spread these ones out, have the queen drop another one, I'd have the creep to the halfway point in the map. Lots more I could have done, lots more I should have done. Hopefully I can roll some of that into my next game. Now, this was Lawful Evil in 200 Hindsight. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and be awesome. Bye.